my favorite part. So he gives you smoky jollof rice.
I will not beg you to change your batteries. If you do not want people to hear your voice, beautiful. In the morning, I'm going to put the battery change here. Number 2, if you cook, clean up what you cook. Don't worry about any other person's place. If you don't come take it, I will return this punishment back to them. I'm not begging you to do anything. I don't think you don't owe me anything. You don't.
The housemates, on returning back into the house from the arena where they went to play the head of house challenger game, discovered that there have been new adjustments in the kitchen. Big brother retrieved their former pots, the non-stick pots, and then brought this silver pot. I don't know the name. You can tell me in the comment section anyway. But the housemates, Big Sus actually say that this is even the real pot, the one that gives that smoky jollof rice. And Thelma Lawson said this one is even healthier. I don't know all these things, I'm just learning. But that's not what this video is about. Big Brother also brought charcoal, what's it called? Charcoal iron. So henceforth they won't be making use of the electric iron. So if you want to iron, you will heat up your charcoal, pour it into the local iron and iron. We also brought stove for them, and there is kerosene in it already, so they will be cooking now in the garden, just by the garden side where they usually do their laundry. And let's go to what this video is about. This is just me bringing you to where we are at. So now Faith has just won the head of house challenger game, making him our week 6 head of house. A brief, or rather should I say punishment, came in for some of the housemates, but Faith summoned every other person, every housemate, and started by thanking them for voting for him the most influential, to be the most influential housemate, that he really appreciates that. He wants to use this opportunity to thank them for doing that, and they all clapped. He then proceeded to telling them that, you see this head of house, and he does not like it. He doesn't like this position. He doesn't want it because of the stress. You know, the energy, it's energy draining now. You have to put in the work. But now, that what he wants to tell them as a house is that we are all adults in here. And number 1, starting with change of battery. Faith told them that they are all here to, entertain people. They all have their fan base, to make a life out of this show. That he won't be coming to anybody to meet you to say, oh, come and change your battery. That in the morning, he's going to put the battery right by the head of house seats, head of house position. You go there, you pick your battery. If you want to be head, you go pick your battery. If you do not want to be head, leave it. You know why he was dishing out these instructions? You needed to see the looks on the housemate's face. Like, it's iconic. They were like, what's going on here? Is this a military regime? In fact, even they had to scream, saying, oh God, like, this one is going to be hot. It's going to be a hot regime. And Rooboy was like, you see, if people think it's when Rooboy was in seats and everybody was doing anyhow, this is who you people deserve. And now, let me divert a little bit, okay? Let's talk about Double D. You know, after Faith won this, right there at the garden, the Denari and Doris were already gossiping Faith. Oh, sorry for using the word gossip. They're already discussing Faith, saying that, and Denari made a statement that if Faith do anyhow, even as a HOH, that he will beat him up. And I'm like, bro, be calming down. Oh. Don't allow Doris to transfer this hate energy that she has for Faith on you. Now, while Faith was saying all of this, I was just, not just me, because the camera moved to Doris and Denari to tell you that even the camera crew, they are aware of this thing Denari and Doris has for Faith. And that is not even the end. So now, Faith pointed out to the kitchen area. He said he will appoint a kitchen prefect. And what will be this person's duty? This person will see everything that is happening in the kitchen, sense that this is not the person cooking, no. What you will be overseeing is making sure that people wash their dishes. So Faith is telling them that we are all adults here. That if everybody starts cleaning up after themselves, there won't be need for anyone to wash other person's plates. There won't be need for them saying, oh, you go wash plates. This person do this, wash the sink. And he now told them, I'm not saying wash any other person's plate. I'm saying when you eat, wash your own plates. When you cook, wash the pot you cooked with. Just clean after yourself. Don't bother about any other person. Clean after yourself, and you'll see there will be no need for the kitchen being clustered, the sink being filled up with dirty plates. That he's going to appoint a kitchen prefect, which even later on after this meeting, he had a discussion with K-Bobo. He called K-Bobo separately on how he wants to appoint someone, how there will be general cooking, being that this week is the barest minimum, how K-Bobo will see that things are being minimized and used in a very good way, so that after cooking it, even K-Bobo was mentioning people that like having their own separate food, like Joanna, Imisi. He now told Faye that he's suggesting that after cooking as a collective, after cooking for the house, what is left, those that now want to cook their own personal food should make do with that. Being that this week is already tough, they didn't win their wager, so nobody is getting excess supply. They have to manage whatever Biggie will be bringing. And from how Biggie is rolling safe, it be like say these people go starve this week. Oh. So now let's go back to Faith. And let me even tell you, so while Faith was talking, for every time he's talking and another housemate decide to talk or have a convo, this side talk, guess what Faith will do? Faith will just pause and wait for them to finish. He said that he's ready. Anytime you people decide to stop talking, we continue from what we are doing. And even when he was reading the brief, when there is a style talk, he will say, I will wait. When you're done with your style talk, we continue. Who is wasting each other's time? People will waste our our own time. Faith. Well, Faith now went ahead to read the brief Big Brother gave him. He specifically said that Big Brother asked that he read this in front of the housemates. So he now went ahead to mention Kola, Thelma, Doris, Mensan, Isabella, Bright Morgan, and Sultana. Big Brother told them that their punishment will be coming in due time because of the way they mishandled their microphone. So Big Brother gave them a sheet of paper where they will write till, that kind of punishment they give Mensan, but this time around their paper is even thicker than that of culture. Now, this book they gave them, they will be writing, I'll take better care of my microphone. So Faith then now told the housemates that they can leave, but those that their names were mentioned should stay back to collect their punishments. Meanwhile, in addition to writing, I'll take better care of my microphone, Sultana was given an extra punishment for her tardiness. So Big Brother said for any time the housemates are being called to gather in the lounge, Sultana will have to sit on the floor. Even at the arena when tasks are being done, she will have to sit on the floor. That's her extra punishment. So now, Faith then told them to come forth and collect their punishment, because Big Brother made a microphone placard that they will have to wear around their neck. Well, everybody now stepped out. That's those that are serving punishment. Bright Morgan, Mensan, Kola, Doris, Sultana, Isabella. So they stepped forward to collect their punishment. That's the placard and the book they'll be using to write. Now, tell me why Thelma decided to sit back and was enjoying her noodles. I don't know whether it's noodles or pasta that she was eating, but I know she was eating. So now, Faith then turned to Thelma. Thelma, step forward and come and collect your punishment. You're not bigger than these people that just came forward to collect it. And Thelma was just mute. Thelma totally ignored Faith. Well, Faith then said that if Thelma doesn't come forward to pick her punishment, he's going to return it to Big Brother. And right then, Mide started pleading with him, telling Faith to please ignore, that he should just keep the punishment beside the HOH corner, that when Thelma is done eating, Thelma will come and pick it up. And then I was like, why are you begging him? Why are you telling him what to do? Allow him. You're massaging his ego. Blah, blah. Mind you, Denari is saying this. It's not from a place of respect for Faith, though. It's coming from a place of like, why are you begging? Is he the king? Stuff like that. Well, Mide then turned to Denari and was like, why shouldn't I beg? Am I begging him? And even if I beg, it's none of your business. Why would you talk to me in that way? And this is what they call transfer of aggression, because Denari and Doris have been angry all this while. So this is just Denari's opportunity to let it out on Faith. But this time around, it's happened that it's Mide that he now poured out his anger on. But why are you hating, though? Why are you hating? Anyways, after the back and forth, Faith listened to Mide and decided to leave it there, just right at the center of the lounge. Now, when Thelma was done eating and decided to go pick it, guess what happened? Big Brother called Faith and told Faith to retrieve Thelma's punishment, that's the book, the microphone placard, that he should retrieve everything and return back to him. So now you know that Thelma's punishments will be bigger than all of this. So Thelma should just warm up and wait, because what Big Brother will dish out to definitely be worse than this. So imagine now you're trying to massage your ego because you know Thelma and Faith, now we all know their history, okay? And instead of you to just do this thing, pick up your punishment like every other person did. Even Doris, when no happy saying her Faith win, shebi Doris still went forth and collected her own punishment, her own pepper. So why all of this? And now your matter is now in Big Brother's hand. Anyways, the rest of the offenders are doing well with their punishment, although Kola is complaining. Kola complained on true until he dozed off. He was saying, this is stressful. And I'm like, bro, right first now, right? But in all of this complaint, the only person enjoying this punishment happens to be who? Mensan. So when that punishment came, Mensan said that God really indeed works in mysterious ways, as if Big Brother knows what he's going through, that this is the best punishment for him. You know, I guess he's now using this as therapy, you know, when you're going through a lot emotionally and all of that. So he would just write his way out. He just went to a corner in the garden, and since then he has been writing all by himself. I guess maybe this will help him ease off all those emotions that came up from the back and forth with Ivata. Anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you listen to this very point, tell me your opinion on how Faith kicked off. That's his leadership pattern. And what do you think about Thelma, the way she reacted, or rather, should I say, the way she behaved towards this? I would like to read your comments. Thank you.
If I called your name, you can stay behind.
Why I want your friend, think I get straight.
What did you take us now?
I said don't start your resume. Is that begging? Don't mind your business. Don't tire, babe.